There's more than a little of Ben Smith about All Blacks newbie Matt Duffie, even though it's a comparison his new head coach is understandably reluctant to make. Steve Hansen has included the 27-year-old North Harbour and Blues wing as one of 4 uncapped players in his 37-strong All Blacks squad to play 5 matches, including 3 tests, on their November tour north. It's a deserved selection for the well-rounded speedster who has found some outstanding form in the second year of his transition back to the 15-man code after an injury-plagued spell playing in the NRL with the Melbourne Storm. Duffie doesn't just bear more than a passing resemblance to the Otago and Highlanders legend Smith, his game also features many of the same hallmarks of the 64-test fullback who is currently recharging the batteries and logging some family time on sabbatical. Like Smith, Duffie is a slick operator with no discernible weaknesses in his game, is an outstanding option taker, excellent in the air and possesses a nice mix of speed, strength and ability to link with his fellow backs. Also like Smith, consistency has become a key feature of his game. He's a very good finisher, he's got pace, he's good in the air, can play wing or fullback, and he's got a sense of maturity about him that will fit in very well with what we're trying to do at the moment, said Hansen at Monday's squad announcement. Asked by Stuff.co.nz whether he sees elements of Smith in the Duffie game, Hansen reluctantly agreed, calling it a big comparison to make for a player taking his first steps in international rugby. Matty has had an interesting football career, taking in both codes. He has done well coming from the Storm. I know they didn't want him to go, and rated him very highly. Over the last couple of years he has grown and become very consistent. Duffie's transition back to rugby hasn't all been smooth sailing as he figured out the requirements of his new code. He only cemented a starting spot with the Blues late in the 2016 campaign, though hit the ground running this year, and was one of the team's most impressive and consistent performers. The All Blacks coaches watched him closely during the Super Rugby season, and liked what they saw. We watched him train and watched him study the game, said All Blacks assistant coach Ian Foster. He's a thinker, and you could tell he had a really good work ethic off the park. We saw a player who got really settled in his game, and made a big difference to the Blues. That back three looked calm, and he looked pretty potent when he had the ball. We've seen the work behind the scenes and then that transfer to on-field stuff. Duffie was wrapped with the call-up, even if it has meant he has had to put his honeymoon on hold to take his spot on the tour. When my name got called out we jumped around the lounge screaming and bawling our eyes out. It was pretty awesome, he told TVNZ. He said a couple of serious injuries with the Storm had left him doubting his future in either of the football codes. There was a time there where I didn't think I'd be able to play rugby at any level, he said. Now he's set to take the step up to the biggest stage of them all,